Hey guys, welcome back to my vlog. I wanted to do a video today where you guys can get to know me a little bit more. I found this article on cosmopolitan.com. It's about questions you can ask to really get to know someone. For those of you that don't know, I am 29 years old. So I'm going to answer 29 questions from you from this article. So let's get started. Alright, first question. Wow, we're really diving in deep already. Would you really ask that question on the first date? I don't know. I guess if I had to say if I'm healed from the past, I guess it depends on what we're really talking about. I'd like to say that I'm healed enough where I can move forward and not be so hung up on the past. I mean, yeah, there are things in my past that still hurt, especially about being gay, but I've tried really hard not to let some of those things kind of hold me back, I guess. Yeah? This is starting great already. I would say my long-term goals is to travel more whenever this situation is over. That's really it. That's really all I've ever really wanted to do as far as a long-term goal. I mean, yeah, whatever, careers and stuff, but that's all neither here nor there. But I definitely just want to travel more. So my biggest fear would be commitment. This is already a horrible date, but yeah, I've always had trouble with committing to things, especially making this vlog has been years in the making, I think. I'm just more so afraid of failing and then thinking like, oh, that was stupid, that was a waste of time. I've had that problem with all of my careers. I've been a chronic job hopper, always thinking that there's something better out there, but it ends up being the same. And I've always had trouble just committing to doing something I like vlogging. But here I am. So I feel like I try not to look up to anyone anymore. I know that's kind of cynical, but I don't want to meet my heroes type of thing. I'd say if I look up to anyone, I definitely admire my friends a lot. I mean, they're always very helpful and very caring, but they're also, like my core group of friends, they're also just very determined. And like a lot of the random, and I don't say random, but a lot of the things that they do, they're just very determined and they're always like challenging themselves, which I think is great to be around, for me especially. My love language, so I've actually never been in love. Aww. But I'd have to say if I had a love language, it would probably be just quality time and time for traveling. I've always hated this question, especially during interviews. I've always been, as I mentioned before, I have a hard time committing to things. So committing to futures is also part of that. If I had to see myself in 5 years, I would hope to travel. I see a very common theme here. In 5 years, I just hope to, at 35 years old, 34 years old, I would hope that I'm just happy and content, and just that I believe in myself more, I guess. This vlog, duh. I'd say if I love anything in my life right now, it's definitely this new challenge that I'm trying to put myself through. It's been a challenge, but it's something that I want to do and I want to keep doing. Which TV or movie character do I identify with the most? Probably Snorlax from Pokemon. I think we look alike. Probably just to travel again. I've never been in a relationship. That was easy. Wow, we're getting really deep. My family and I'd say we have a very superficial relationship. We've never really been like close or affectionate, and especially with me being gay has always been a really a big issue, I guess you could say. I think that we both respect each other very much, especially now that I'm 29 years old. Like, what can they really tell me to do now? But I wouldn't say that we're like a close-knit family. You know, I admire them, I respect them, but I don't think we're as close for, I guess, American standards. I don't know. Wow, you're killing me here. As I mentioned before, my family and I weren't so close when I was a child, so having people to turn to was kind of far and few between. I think as a child, maybe it was my friends at the time, but even then, it became very hard because I didn't feel like I was very open with myself and open to them. So I guess I just have to say Google. I turn to Google a lot. I would say I'm pretty responsible with finances. I try to live within my means, and I try as hard as I can to expand my means so I can do fun things like take a weekend trip somewhere or go out to dinner, like the China buffet. But I definitely have problems with splurging a little too much sometimes, but at the same time, I try not to sacrifice my life for making money at the same time. So I try to balance, I guess. Apart from doing this vlog, last year I did a meme series where each day I created a meme. I think it challenged myself creatively, and that's definitely what I need to be doing right now for myself. And, you know, I learned more about graphic design and humor, I guess, for myself, and I think it's what led me to making this vlog. So I'll admit I have a habit or a tendency to isolate myself. But I definitely can reach out to help when I need it. I've worked with a therapist in the past before. I've also been very fond of keeping a journal. So I like to write things out so I can understand them and hopefully process things in a way. But I guess it depends what's stressing me out at the time. I guess different things call for different measures, but definitely I like to absorb everything and understand all the facts before I can make any move, I guess. I would say my biggest influence, again, isn't really a person, but maybe it's like an identity, I guess. It's like when I worked in Puerto Rico at this hostel called Mango Mansion, I met a lot of people who I thought were so adventurous and just happy-go-lucky, risk-taking people, and that's something that I've wanted, and I think that meeting them kind of influenced me to be a better me and to sort of live in the moment more. So I'm definitely a messy person. I don't even want to show you my apartment. Even having this area for my vlog is also a mess. If we turn the camera around, I'm sure you'd be scared for me. But definitely when it comes to time, I like to always be on time, and I get very stressed out if I'm even like 5 minutes late. I feel like a failure or something. So my parents, they're definitely responsible. I mean, I would say I grew up well. There was always food on the table. I wouldn't say I struggled in my childhood per se. Everything that I needed, I had, as far as the basic needs. They are annoying because they just are. Again, I think it also comes to like a cultural thing, like growing up American and from them being from the Philippines. There's definitely a lot of things that we didn't understand about each other, and a lot of things I had to learn on my own, but I couldn't rely on my parents. And a lot of things that they had to learn from me, I think. I would say that they're pretty strict. I think, again, because they're from another country, I think they kind of groomed me in a certain way that, you know, to always be respectful, to always be respectful, but then I think they also groomed me to always be quiet and to not speak my mind. And while I have manners, I don't think I developed, you know, I never developed a sense of myself in a way. They're pretty boring, I'd say. I always talk to them about how they have so much time off. They have so much PTO time and they don't really do anything with it. They just kind of sit at home, and I don't know what they do, honestly, for fun. And I would say they're pretty plain. I don't think they're that interesting, but maybe I don't know them that well, so maybe that's another episode. I definitely want to believe in karma. I want to believe that, you know, good people should be rewarded for being good, and that bad people should be punished for being bad. I want to believe that, but I don't feel like that's always true. Again, I'm pretty cynical. I try for myself just to be kind, and, you know, hopefully that's enough. So I feel like I have a boring answer, but I mean, I think recently, I guess the scariest moment in my life was like I lost my keys to my apartment. I don't think I've done anything more courageous than that. I mean, I lost my keys to my apartment. I kind of freaked out. I was just like, oh, how much is this going to cost to replace my keys with my landlord? Where am I going to sleep tonight? I just retraced my steps, and luckily I was able to find them in the parking lot of the supermarket I was at. I was scared for like maybe 10 minutes, but I mean, luckily I was able to find my keys. I mean, I'd be even more scared if I couldn't find my keys. So I guess yeah, that's the scariest thing that's happened. My happy place would be the China buffet. But in a broader sense, I think my happy place is like a state of mind in which I'm being adventurous and I'm challenging myself, and that I'm committing to something that I like. I think mentally that's my happy place. There's a lot of things that actually make me cry that I don't want to reveal, I guess. I think if anything that makes me cry, it's just the future in general. Turning 30, that doesn't really make me cry. I don't think that makes me cry at all. I would just have to say the future in general, and just not knowing what I'm gonna do or who I want to be. I guess you could say the last time I got really angry, I mean, I just left a job in customer service in the most like pretentious company. Like they sell wallpaper, and it's like wallpaper is the most frivolous thing. And I would just say, I did my job well, but at the end of the day, the job just wasn't for me. And I was just angry because it just wasn't fulfilling and the customers were annoying. They would ask me stupid questions like, how blue is the blue? And I just didn't have tolerance for that, especially during a worldwide pandemic and you're concerned about wallpaper. My sense of humor. I'd like to think that even if my life is a bad joke, that as long as I keep laughing, that means I'm still winning. I wouldn't say I'm embarrassed by this song, I guess. But the song Driver's License that came out maybe 2 months ago, it's like this silly, sappy love song about this 16-year-old person who just got their driver's license, and I'm singing the words like, oh, I got my driver's license last week, but no, I got my driver's license like 15 years ago. I have no exes. Do you want to be my first? Just enjoy having someone to do adventures with. Pick an adventure. If money wasn't a factor, I would just be traveling. Again, it's a good question to end on, I guess. I would just be traveling far and wide on some solar-powered jet and meeting new people, dancing in clubs if that's allowed. But that's definitely what I want, is just more adventure. So if you've made it to the end of this vlog, I hope you have a better sense of who I am. I would say it was pretty cathartic to answer these questions, and I may regret hearing some of these back, but at the same time, I'm glad I did it. So thank you. I'll see you in the next one.